Mr. Special Guest, would you like to introduce yourself to the listener?
My name is Kaci Brookz.
Kaci Brookz in the building! How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm fantastic, thank you. Right, so for those who are not familiar with the name Kaci Brookz, who is Kaci Brookz?
So I'm 16 years old. I'm an R&B mixing with trap kind of artist. I do something a little different. You probably haven't heard much like it before. I'm upcoming, soon to blow.
Jeez, man. How long have you been in the industry for?
Probably about... My first single I released was last year, in January, so about a year.
So you say about a year.
Yeah.
Obviously, you were doing work behind the scenes leading up to that moment.
Yeah.
So how long would you say you've been making music, working towards being an artist and releasing music?
Probably not much longer, to be fair. Probably about 14 months.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, about that.
In total?
Yeah, in total.
So about 4 months working towards being an artist, then released your first track?
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Okay, that's a short amount of time.
Yeah.
How do you find it?
I like it, man.
Yeah?
It's my thing, yeah.
Stressful?
Sometimes. I think getting it to as good as you want it to get to,
Yeah.
making sure everyone's going to enjoy what you're making, whilst enjoying it yourself.
Yeah.
That's the stressful part. But
that's the impossible part.
That's the exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Not everyone's going to enjoy everything.
Exactly.
So how do you go about your creative process? Being the fact that you're trying as much as you would want to, you'd want everyone to like your product.
Yeah.
Not going to happen. So how do you go about your creative process in trying to create music that the majority like?
So what I've found is you can't, as you said, you can't really predict what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The people that get the most success do their thing.
Right.
They push with what they're good at and make that their main thing. And if people like it, they like it.
So you're not necessarily making music to suit any person? Are you doing what you think you like or what comes natural to you?
I kind of do a mix. So like the main spine behind my music is me.
Okay.
But I bring in aspects of genres that I know people relate to and people listen to all the time.
What do you listen to when you're on your own? You're not trying to take inspiration from anybody else. Heavy metal, bit of punk rock.
Nah, that's not a bit
Sex
of me.
Pistols.
That's not a bit of me, mate. Nah.
No. Linkin Park.
I'm more, if it's just me on my own.
Yeah. With no judgment.
No judgment. R&B. Female R&B, probably.
Female R&B.
Yeah, because the vocals.
Yeah.
It's either R&B or it's American rap.
Okay, so so you're not really a fan of the English stuff too much?
Not really the English rap, nah.
Nah.
I mean, vocal, like the kind of singy rap.
They're gonna come for you. They're gonna come for you.
The kind of singy rap kind of stuff, like M Huncho, DBE, that kind of stuff. I can
Okay,
vibe
so you like
with.
more melodic music.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely.
Who do you listen to then? Like you say, female R&B stars. Who are the?
Janae Aiko, who was playing before.
Okay, yeah.
Georgia Smith, Ella May.
So of the three
endless.
artists you just mentioned, only one's from the US.
Yeah. But they're the two main ones that are from the UK, do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, all
and
right.
they kind of go over to the US anyway.
Fair enough, which is very true. Okay, so getting started in the music business, yeah. What happened? What was the first step?
The first step, so I had one performance through relations and stuff. I had a performance down the road, Amersham Arms.
Okay,
You know that place,
yeah.
So I had a performance there, and I was.
But why though? Because you're not a performer, you're not a singer, and then all of a sudden you're at Amersham Arms.
So kind of I was doing football before.
Yeah, okay. Any good?
Sport, I was alright,
That
but I
means
had
no then.
injuries. No, I was good, but I had injuries.
If anyone starts off their sentence with, that means probably not.
I'm better at singing this.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, so I did football for a bit.
Yeah,
And then someone who was working at the football with me,
yeah.
their brother was hosting an event, which was Raf.
Okay.
And at that time, I was kind of just doing singing videos on my Instagram, purely for fun.
Okay,
Just to show that I could sing,
Yeah.
test myself a bit on all that
Yeah.
rubbish, but it was just for fun.
Uh-huh.
But someone I knew sent that video in.
Or to Raf?
No, to Raf's brother.
Okay, yeah.
And Raf's brother showed Raf.
Okay.
And Raf was like, cool, we'll bring him to the next event.
Okay.
And then that was new to me, because I did acting before.
Okay, yeah.
So acting was kind of my thing. I did theatre,
Yeah.
but I wasn't a strong singer
Okay.
before. But I felt like I was getting a bit better, so I wanted to test myself. So I went to this kind of showcase kind of thing. I sang Ordinary People. Yeah?
John Legend, yeah.
Yeah. And it was good. Raf liked it, and from there, he kind of took me under his wing.
Okay.
And we started experimenting with stuff, getting in contact with producers, that kind of stuff.
So before that, you were into the acting. Were you studying that at school?
No, from a young age, I've been doing acting, performing.
Yeah.
I don't really know where it came from. We kind of just, when I was about 8, I started doing this thing called Stagecoach, which was like acting, dancing, singing, all that kind of stuff.
To me, that's a bus.
Yeah,
So
Stagecoach is like it's like a performing company.
Okay. All right.
For younger kids. So
Okay.
that's why I started off getting my confidence and stuff from that.
Mm-hmm.
But and then I started going into the gigs.
Yeah.
Not gigs, the theatre shows. So I did King and I, South Pacific,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff when I was younger.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's kind of where it all started.
Yeah. Okay. So you done all that stuff. So how many years were you doing the acting for?
Probably about probably about 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What do you prefer, the acting or the singing? Now that you've done that singing for like a year and a bit.
Singing.
Really?
Yeah, when I started, I would have said acting.
Yeah.
But now that I've got the passion for me, like I actually have it now. I
Yeah.
want to do it. It's what I want to do. It's what I spend all my time doing.
Yeah?
Singing's more of I enjoy it more.
You wouldn't go back to the acting?
I'm sure I would go back to it.
Okay.
But
if you had a choice between the two, you'd
yeah, I
focus on
do
singing.
music.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what's the end goal? What are you planning? What's the world domination?
The world domination. I feel like world domination is almost impossible now because there's so many different.
Nothing's impossible.
Nothing's impossible, of course.
It might be unlikely.
Yeah, but it's not impossible. There's a little chance. But because music is so different now,
Yeah.
there's so many different types of music, so many different types of artists. It's more domination of your genre.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I want to be successful enough that people know me for my sound. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my name. And the end goal is kind of to be at the top ranks. It is domination.
Mm-hmm.
To be at the top ranks. I want to have my own record label for younger artists
Okay.
that started up where I'm starting off.
So how old are you now?
16.
You're 16. So you're
Yeah.
still 16. That's mad, yeah. So effectively, you started out and you released your first single when you were 15.
Yeah.
I missed my bomb.
Bomb.
So that's got to be a bit daunting, isn't it? Like as a 15-year-old going into, I don't know, a field where people are going to be a little bit older than you. A lot of people that you're going to be mingling with might have a lot more experience than you. What's that like as a young professional, effectively?
Yeah, it was a bit daunting, to be fair, but I kind of, back then I was pretty confident in myself.
Yeah.
So I was a bit like, cool, I'll do it because no one else is really doing it. And I'm quite a confident guy. I backed myself, basically.
Yeah.
But now, looking back on it, I'm like, the songs weren't even too strong.
Yeah.
But the fact that I had the confidence to do it
Yeah.
kind of got me to where I am now.
Do you feel that the songs? Do you feel that the songs that you're making now are stronger?
100%, 200%, yeah.
Okay.
It's just development, because I'm young,
Facts, yeah.
so I'm still developing.
Because next year you're gonna say, you know what? When I was 16, those songs
man,
they
they
weren't
was-
really strong. You know?
Yeah, I'll say exactly the same thing.
Right. So do you write your own music
Yeah,
with help? Do you have co-writers or
all me.
do you? What's your process? You at home writing them, then you go to the studio and
It kind of varies. If normally I write them at home, but if I have a long studio session,
yeah,
I kind of think we're in the creative juices. I can probably write it there.
yeah.
So yeah, it all depends. But most of the time it's at home.
Okay, all right.
Mm.
What's this year, 2020? You released the new track. What's it called?
Step in
And it came out
yesterday.
yesterday. What is the plan going forward? How many tracks are you planning to release this year? Because there's someone who was on the show, if not last week, the week before, and he is planning on releasing a track every Thursday.
A track every Thursday.
Yeah, and to be
Fair enough.
to this moment, he's doing all right.
Are they good though?
That's what I said.
Are they
to
good
him.
though?
So he said that's
Quality over quantity, isn't it?
Right.
what
That's
I'm saying?
exactly what we
If
said.
they're good, if you can back it, then cool.
So he said, once you find your formula, yeah, no matter what you put out, the quality will come naturally. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what he said.
Yeah.
At the moment, he's doing all right.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the year, let's see what he's
I
churning
just
out.
think if people might get a bit bored of it. That's the only
Possibly.
thing. But
Or,
you never know.
but on the flip side, you could say the idea is, at every moment, you're producing something, so therefore your name's
They
relevant.
like it. Yeah, I hear that.
What are the chances of you putting out something every single week?
If I wanted to do that, I could do it.
Do you reckon you could?
Yeah, because I'm always making music.
Okay.
But I don't think I'd choose to do it.
Why
Especially at the stage I'm at now.
Yeah, okay.
If I'm Chris Brown,
Yeah.
I'll make a song every Thursday. Because he's guaranteed to get
Yeah.
the traction from it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, so do you think it might be wasted songs?
Yeah, it might be that. But if he wants to do that and he thinks it will help him,
Yeah.
go ahead.
He also said, actually, now we're on the subject of him. I'm going to mention him, August 12th. I don't know if you familiar with
August,
the name.
yeah, I've heard of him, yeah.
Okay. So he said that, because you do like a little bit trappy, like, so it's almost rappy.
Yeah, trappy, rappy, R&B.
He said it's easier to make a rap song than sing a song.
It is easier. I think now, in the era we're in now,
Yeah.
the songs that people are getting popular for
Yeah.
are probably not as advanced
What does that mean? Go on.
vocally.
What does that mean?
'Cause
Go on.
I'm a singer.
Yeah.
I was a singer before I started doing
Are you
this
basically
artist
saying that half these singers are rubbish?
stuff. I'm not even saying they're rubbish because I like their stuff.
Okay.
And their stuff is good.
Yeah.
It's just not, if we look back to probably
The vocals
when
aren't
you
great.
lot was younger,
Yeah.
it was like R&B vocals, right?
Yeah.
And lyrical raps.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of a mix of both, but it's a lower level. But I think
Auto-tune
it
has
is
saved
good.
a lot of people.
Auto-tune did save a lot of people. But it's the new era. You got to learn to, you can't complain about it. You got to go with it.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you prefer, actually, so talking about it, do you prefer, let's say, are you familiar with like 90s, 2000s, early 2000s R&B?
That's my stuff, yeah.
Do you prefer that sort of music or do you prefer this sort of music? Because my
got
son,
a
he doesn't
mix,
listen to nothing from the olden days. He's
Really?
Like, yeah, he's like, who? I asked him, do you know who Wu-Tang Clan are? He goes, who?
Really?
Missy, who? What?
Really?
Facts. And that, that looks bad on me more than it does on him, to be fair.
Yeah. But I like to mix it up. When I was growing up, it was older stuff.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I got introduced to all the new sounds,
Yeah.
and now I like that stuff as well.
Yeah.
My playlist is literally one song 90s, one song
Oh, yeah?
trap, it's a mix.
Okay, all right. So, we're back to my original question. So, 2020, what is the plan? Like, you've released the first single of the year. Video?
Not for this one.
No?
I'm thinking, because last year what happened was we did 2 singles and we did 2 videos, and it was kind of they were good, but it didn't really come to anything. So I thought, for me to know that my music's actually doing well,
Yeah.
I need to know that it doesn't need a video to get popular or get any kind of attraction.
But don't the two come hand in hand?
Sometimes.
One assists the other.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But I feel like where I'm at now as well, I'm not a big artist.
Yeah.
I don't really need to be spending that much money on
Facts.
it.
Not
Do you know
so
what I'm
cheap,
saying?
right?
It's not cheap.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get this first one out as a test. You know how that August guy was testing stuff?
Yeah.
I was kind of experimenting. I wanted to see if without a music video it would gain traction, and we'll see. But for the so my plan for 2020,
Yeah.
let's just get to that.
Go on.
So I'm opening single stepping. I plan to drop 2 more relatively soon, probably before summer.
Okay.
And then after I'll have a few tunes in summer,
Okay.
hopefully collabs. And then after that, I hope to drop the album, which I've been working on.
Album?
Yeah, I've been working on a project, yeah.
Not an EP?
album,
Oh,
man. Album, man.
Why is that?
Because I don't like the word EP.
What is it you don't like about an EP?
Because it's just like, EP, it's like, it's soft. When people say I got an EP,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't want to call it an album, but it's an album.
Well, it's like an
It's
EP
just
can be like
shorter.
four tracks,
But
5
it's not
tracks.
4 tracks. That's
yeah,
what I
that's
mean.
true. Yeah, some people.
If I was
do
to
that.
call it an EP
Yeah.
and it was like 11 songs, it's
That's
weird,
not an
isn't
EP.
it?
That's not an EP. Yeah, you're
Exactly.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
So the thing that I have about albums is that I feel that in the same way that we're speaking about August, where he's releasing so much music, I feel that I look at an album as one unit,
Yeah.
effectively. So you're putting it out to a group.
Mm-hmm.
So the amount of music that you have on this album, it might, if you were to put them out separately as singles and not as one unit, effectively,
Yeah.
you might amass more of a, I don't know, of a listening from releasing it singly than rather than it as one unit and out there.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah,
might miss a lot of
possibly.
people, might miss a lot of ears.
Yeah, no, I hear that. But the only thing is, I feel like I back myself in it. I back myself. The next 2 singles I've got are good singles.
Okay.
I'm hoping these 3 singles that I'm dropping will kind of reach a range of people.
Yeah.
And then from that, I feel like I need to drop the project, because when I say album, it is an album. It's 11 songs or whatever it is. but it's more of an opener. It's like people to see what I can do, basically.
Welcome to my world.
Yes.
Okay. Have you got a title for it?
I've got a few titles for it.
Nothing decided just
Yeah,
yet.
nothing. Yeah, I got a few.
When do you turn 17?
September.
Does that mean that you're still in school?
Yeah.
Okay, so how are you juggling your schoolwork, homework, GCSEs,
GCSEs.
that are very important,
Very important.
with your writing, music, recording, and all the rest of it?
School is priority at the moment, as much as I don't want it
He
to
says
be.
with dad in the room, of course, yeah.
Of course. But school is priority, I guess. But I work hard at school sometimes, depending on the subject.
Mhm.
But I like to make sure that I have time to do my creative stuff as well.
Okay.
Because I feel like it is important. If it's not as important, it's important.
How did you do in your mocks? Here we go. Here's the acid questions.
I actually did quite well in my mocks.
Huh? Did
I
you?
actually did alright, yeah. I didn't do well in maths and science, which are important
You
ones.
need to do science.
But I passed them.
Because it's numbers now, right? Is it
It's
still
numbers, yeah.
Right. So okay, right, cool.
How old your son? Is he?
He's sick.
around
He
my
done his
age?
GCSEs last year.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And he's retaking his English because he's a dunce. Right? Don't retake nothing, right? Because it's a waste of your time.
Nah, long,
right?
long.
Just get it over and done with the one time.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you go to college and you have to redo English and you have to redo maths. And
Yeah.
those are 2 sessions that could be free time.
Yeah, literally.
I tried to tell him, he weren't listening to me, and now he's suffering.
Yeah.
So you reckon you're going to pass all your subjects?
I think I'll do well in them, yeah.
You going to college afterwards?
Yeah.
What are you studying?
Spanish. I didn't actually study music at school,
No?
weirdly enough. Nah, because I started my music
Oh,
after I picked my choices,
cool,
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to do Spanish, business,
Yeah.
and music tech.
You can speak Spanish?
I can speak a bit of Spanish.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Bien, gracias. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
¿Ah?
¿Cuántos años? No, o sea,
Yeah,
¿cuántos
nah,
años
sí,
tienes?
Estoy 26
Nah, you're gonna
años.
fail your Spanish.
Not even, I got grade 8.
You got grade 8 in
Yeah,
Spanish.
bro.
Can I tell you what happened in my Spanish exam? I flopped it completely, right? But the woman loved me. So because I don't know how they do it now, but you had a one-on-one in a room. I can speak
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it now 'cause
that's
years
what
ago.
I got, yeah.
It's still one. So she was holding up cards and just giving me the answers.
Is it?
My Spanish teacher, Miss Cho, legend, and I passed.
What a legend.
But yeah, okay. So you're on top of your GCSEs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're comfortable with that. Comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what you're gonna do when you go to college.
Yes.
You're not gonna be doing no retakes.
No,
No retakes.
can't be an option.
After that, you thinking about uni?
I want to go to uni for the experience.
Really?
Because,
You want to go for the parties?
yeah, man. Because everyone's telling me uni's good. But I know someone who goes uni now and they say it's a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah.
It all kind of
Yeah.
depends. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, it's together, isn't it? But it all kind of depends what happens with this
Okay.
as well.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. That being the
Yeah.
case, talk to me about the new single. What's it about?
The new single is about flexing, man. It's a mix. It's like, it's where I want to be. It kind of describes the lifestyle I kind of want to be living in a few years. And yeah, it's a flex about money and gal.
Jeez.
Because what brings more attention than money and gal?
Schoolwork.
School.
Thank you, Casey.
Listen.